10 ways to fix WWE. Now, obviously, there's many, many ways to fix WWE. It needs a whole construction to fix whatever they've got going on right now. But we're going to go through 10 very simple things that they can do that don't take a lot of effort, don't take a lot of resources, realistic things that they can do to improve our experience watching this product. I'm not going to talk about the business side of it because that's its whole other world. That's its whole separate entity. We're going to talk about the actual product and how they can improve it. We're going to get straight to it. Number one, theme songs. Theme songs are so important to the presentation of a wrestler. So important. It can make or break someone. Every time someone comes out, 70% of the roster, their music hits, you don't know who it is. You don't know who it is. You have to kind of wait for the name to pop up on the screen to be like, oh, it's them. Okay. So then the chance for a big reaction, a pop, is gone because no one knows whose music it is. No one knows. The most recent example I can think of is Julia. Julia comes out, no one knows her theme song. It's not unique to her. It sounds like about 15 others. Right? And then you flip it. Some NXT guy, Brooks Jensen, is that his name? Brooks Jensen? I think that's his name. But I saw a clip on Twitter of his entrance using separate ways. I don't think it was on NXT. I think it was just a dark match. But he was using separate ways as his theme song. And it was really fucking good. It made him feel like a star. Never heard of him before. Didn't see him before. Never even heard his name before. Yet that entrance made me want to see more of him. I was like, damn, that's actually, he looks the part. He's got the theme song to match. Okay, I want to see more of this guy. Hope nothing but the best for this guy in the future. I want to see more of him. So that's what I mean. It can take someone really good and make them feel not special at all, like Julia. Or it can take someone that you've never heard of, is mid, you have no interest in caring about them really. You give them a good theme song, suddenly they feel like a star, right? Bobby Roode. Remember his theme song? Incredible. Obviously he was really good as well, so that helped. But imagine if Bobby Roode had just a generic theme song. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have felt as special. You give someone a really good theme song, they feel like a star. You give someone really good a bad theme song, they just feel generic. You don't care about them. So that's number one, theme songs. Number two, I mean, obviously that's, again, very simple thing to do. Fire Death Rebel. Number two, the opening to the show. Every show starts the exact same. Panning around the city that they're in, showing famous buildings from that city, as if any of us care. We've tuned in to watch a professional wrestling show. None of us care about seeing a few buildings in whatever city they're in. No one cares. And then they go to wrestlers walking into the arena. Okay, they're showing up to work. Congratulations. That's not how you start a show. And then you pan to the crowd and it's the whole time some Travis Scott shitty rap song is playing that doesn't fit wrestling at all. Then you pan to the arena, you got Michael Cole and Pat McAfee that don't even seem excited or interested. They're just cracking jokes. They're not interested. So how are we supposed to be interested? How is any of that supposed to get you on the edge of your seat for a wrestling show? None of it is. Back in the day, you'd start with a rock song, right? The video package at the beginning would get you on the edge of your seat thinking, fuck, I'm in the place to be right now. And then it'd pan to the arena and there'd be pyro and everyone would be holding up signs going mental. Show hasn't even started yet. And already it's exciting. Already you've put your remote down. You know you're in the place to be for the next however long, however many hours. Now you're bored before the show's even started. People walking into the arena, showing buildings and the city that they're in. Who cares? They do it for PLEs as well. It's not just Raws and SmackDowns. Every PLE they do it. Famous buildings. People walking into the arena, exciting, riveting stuff, right? That first bit, people are like, you know what I mean? Like someone might have left the TV on, whatever was on previous to, say, Raw, for example. The lead into Raw, someone might have been watching that, they put the remote down, they're not paying attention. And then Raw comes on, and they just see them panning around the city, people walking into it. That's not going to make them go, oh, you know what? This looks interesting. I'm going to watch this. Never watched wrestling before, but I may as well give it a go. This looks exciting. No? But imagine if they saw pyro and a video package and rock music and everyone excited. They'd be like, I'm going to watch this. This looks exciting. You know what I mean? Something that, again, something very simple to do. All this record-breaking revenue that they're going about, they can afford pyro. They can afford pyro. It might take a bit more effort, but guess what? This job requires effort. Number 3, kind of in the same ballpark as the other two, stages. Stages. Because every show is the same. Raw is the same stage, the same Titantron, the same setup as SmackDown. And then PLE. What happened to unique stages? Remember the SmackDown Fist, Armageddon, Bad Blood back in the day? Every show had a unique setup, a unique stage. Every PLE had a different setup, so it felt different. It felt different from the previous PLE. Raw had a different setup to SmackDown, so both shows felt different. What happened to that? Now it's just a big screen, one Titantron, and that's it. That's boring. That's boring. You know what I mean? Again, it's going to take more effort, but isn't that what you're supposed to do? Put effort in for the viewer's experience. Every PLE looks the same. Go back and watch Clash at the Castle and then watch Money in the Bank. It's the same stage. It's the same thing. It's the same setup. Every PLE is the same. Watch Backlash and then watch Money in the Bank. The exact same setup. How does that make every PLE feel different, special, and unique? It doesn't. It feels the same as a Raw. The only unique stage they ever do is WrestleMania. What happened to making every show feel different, unique? Number four. No more face versus face and heel versus heels. It doesn't help anyone. The biggest example I can think of lately is the Roman Seth Punk at Mania. All faces. So leading up, you'd have Seth come out to a promo, cheers, the crowd singing his song, cheering everything he says. CM Punk would come out, they cheer a bit louder because it's CM Punk. And then Roman comes out, cheers again. So they're cheering for everyone. So and then they're cheering for them beating up someone that they were just cheering for. So you're cheering someone getting beat up that you were just cheering for, that you apparently like because they're a face. You're supposed to like them, but now you're cheering them getting beat up. And then that person you're cheering get beat up. It doesn't help anyone. It doesn't make sense. The crowd doesn't know what to do. And even worse than that is heel versus heel. Last Raw, no, was it SmackDown? Sorry, what was it? SmackDown. The Bloodline come out and do a promo with Seth's faction. Heels and heels. That's even worse because the crowd, you can't cheer for anyone in that situation. You've got to boo for both. That's not fun for anyone. You just sat there going, oh, do we boo both of them? What do we do? You know what I mean? Like, that's not good for anyone. It doesn't help anyone. You split the reaction, right? So if you've got two heels going out there, one of them is going to out-heel the other. If you have Gunther go out there with a different heel, one of them is going to get more of a heel reaction, more of the boos, which isn't going to help the other person. It's going to make their stock fall. Same for if it's faces. One of them is going to get a bigger reaction than the other. The one that gets a smaller reaction, their stock drops because they're getting less cheers than someone that they're in the ring with when they're supposed to be the babyface as well. It doesn't help anyone. It's confusing to follow along with, and it doesn't help anyone. Professional wrestling is built on heels versus faces. It's a pretty simple thing to follow. Again, doesn't require any resources. Just requires common sense. It doesn't even require effort. It genuinely just requires common sense and doing the right thing. I don't understand why he keeps doing it. Now, one, okay, we're on, what are we on? 5. We're on 5, right? Listen to fans. Again, no effort required, no resources required. Listen to the fans. We want Karrion Kross. Give us Karrion Kross. We want LA Knight. Give us LA Knight. You listen to the fans with R-Truth because you had to, because the backlash was that much that you had to. But what about Karrion Kross? What about LA Knight? Listen to the fans. This whole they love to say, oh, that this entire company is based on the fans are the most important thing, and everything we do is based on their reaction and what they want to see. No, it's not. No, it's not. We don't want to see Damian Priest involved in everything, and then LA Knight just shoved to the side because you prefer Damian Priest. It's not about crowd reaction and giving the crowds what they want and the fans what they want to see on TV. It's not. It is when it's Jey Uso and you like Jey Uso and he's related to The Rock. But if he's not, if his name's LA Knight or Karrion Kross, and they do call you out, they're not scared to speak up about their booking. And guess what? They're not going to get anything. LA Knight has called out his booking before. Does it really surprise you that he's not got a push? Karrion Kross calls out his booking. Does it surprise you he's not got a push? Triple H can't hack being called out. You have to dick ride him. That's your way of getting booked. That's your way of getting a push. Listen to the fans. This company would be nothing without the fans. You're charging us thousands and thousands and thousands to come to these shows. The least you can do is give us people we want to see. That's the least you can do. You know what I mean? We're paying thousands and thousands and thousands to come to this show, to come to these shows, especially PLEs. And you can't even be bothered. You don't want to give us what we want to see. You're going to force us to see something else. That's just wrong. That's just not how you do business, especially in professional wrestling. Number 6, the most important one by far. Storylines. Storylines. Very simple. Again, just requires a bit of creativity. Storylines storylines is what this company is based on. Michael Cole's going on Logan Paul's podcast saying, "Oh, we're not a professional wrestling company. We're a storytelling company." Okay. Well, then where's the storylines then, mate? Where's the stories? That's like advertising your restaurant as a cafe, a coffee place, but you don't sell any coffee. You're lying. It's not a storytelling place. It's not. It's not a storytelling business. It's just book the easiest shit possible business. There's no storylines right now in WWE. None. Zero storylines. Anything that you can think of is just, oh, we don't like each other, so we're going to beat each other up a little bit. That's it. That's the most they're willing to do. There's no layers to a storyline or things that develop each week and it adds layers and gets more and more interesting and intriguing. There's twists and turns and everything. None of that going on anymore. Raws and SmackDown should be about building storylines and building up each week and making it more interesting and ending on cliffhangers, storylines, and then it culminates at the PLEs. You can't just be, oh, we don't like each other, we're going to have a qualifying match, and then that's all it is. It's either a qualifying match or we don't really like each other that much, so we're going to have a match. We're going to beat each other up a little bit, have a match. None of it's based on storylines. None of it's based on anything intriguing that gets the fans to tune in every week. Storylines are what this company should be about. If you want to claim that you're a storytelling business, then give us storylines. You can't tell us you're a storyline business and then give us no storylines at all. Or does Triple H genuinely class beating each other up every week a storyline? Is that genuinely what he thinks a storyline is? Can't be, because Triple H has been involved in many storylines when he was a wrestler. Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression and beyond. So many storylines. So he knows what a storyline is. Just doesn't want to give us any. A storyline can be so Bloodline Sami Zayn culminated at the Royal Rumble. Think about how magic that moment was. Everyone loved it. It was like goosebumps. Goosebumps even thinking about that reaction from the crowd when Sami Zayn hit Roman with that chair. Unbelievable, because it built up and built up and built up. That's what storylines are for. That's why storylines are so important. Some of the best, like Stone Cold and Vince McMahon back in the day, one of the best things that's ever happened to this company was a storyline. It wasn't a specific match, it was a storyline. Storylines are huge. Anyway, number, what are we on? 7? Hang on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Book backwards from PLEs. SummerSlam's card should be pretty much penciled in from top to bottom by now. We're not that far away from SummerSlam. It should be penciled in from top to bottom. I bet Triple H knows one match, maybe. Genuinely, I bet in his head he has one match planned. If that. Book backwards. So then you can build up. Right? You know the card months in advance so that you can plant seeds, you can build to it, you can add interest, add intrigue each week and on cliffhangers and build up so that everyone wants to see this match. WrestleMania especially, WrestleMania should be penciled in months in advance. The WrestleMania main event should be penciled in now. Right now it should be penciled in. Triple H should have the main event in his head. Obviously, crowd reactions and things happen, so you might have to pivot, but it should be penciled in your head. Maybe it's Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. That's your main event, right? So you build up to it all year. You plant seeds. You add intrigue. You add interest. And the closer it gets, you add more and more of a storyline to it. And then you do that throughout the whole card. And guess what? Everyone wants to see every single match on the card because you've built up to it for so long. Not, well, we'll just figure it out when it gets to it. Like 2 weeks before Mania, we don't know the full card. That's not how you do it. And it should be the same for every PLE so that you can build up to it. This whole SummerSlam card should be penciled in now so that you can plant seeds each week and build up to it and start building storylines, start planting seeds throughout the card and getting people excited and really excited to see each and every match that we're going to get. But we're not going to. We'll get to the week before SummerSlam and he'll still be adding matches that he's just gone into the writer's room and gone, oh, this person doesn't have a match. This person doesn't have a match. Well, I'll just throw them together. That's not how you should book this. Book the card first and then book backwards. It's very simple. Then number 8, kind of along the same lines, less PLEs. Pay-per-views, whatever you want to call them, less. Think about how we've had Backlash, Saturday night's main event, Money in the Bank, Night of Champions, Evolution, and then SummerSlam. Think about how close all of that is together. And then Clash in Paris is not long before or after SummerSlam. Think about how close everything's been. You can't build up to anything properly. With this many PLEs, this many events, you can't build up to anything properly. You can't build storylines each week because you're thinking about 3 different events that you've got to book for. So that means we get a lot of rematches. We get so many rematches because you don't have time to build something new. Because the last PLE was 2 weeks ago, so it's just like, I'll throw them together again. That's not, you know what I mean? Last PLE, 6 would be perfect. 6. 1 every 2 months. You got your big 4, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, WrestleMania. Your big 4. Keep those as they are. Then you add in 2 extra, whatever you prefer. You can change it each year, maybe. Right? Each year, those 2 change. Maybe you could go with Bad Blood and Elimination Chamber. Maybe because you don't need a PLE for Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank used to be at WrestleMania, which works. It's a fun match to add to WrestleMania. Don't need an entire PLE for it. Elimination Chamber, that used to be a Survivor Series, so you don't even need one for that. But you could add that in if you really wanted to. You could add in Bad Blood. You could add a new PLE. You could add in whatever you want. Night of Champions. They have to have a Saudi event, right? So you throw in a Saudi event and then one other. You can still do Saturday night's main event once a month. So once a month we still get a PLE, but well, that's not a proper PLE. We get a proper full-on PLE every 2 months, and then a Saturday night's main event on the month, whatever month that the PLE isn't on. So you still have something each month, but you have 2 months to build up to a PLE, make it interesting, intriguing, right? Storylines. So that when it does get to the PLE, everyone's excited. Everyone tunes in to see the culmination to all these storylines. But they're not going to, because that means less money for them, right? They can't go to all these countries and do as many PLEs as possible, multiple a month, to scam everyone of their money and then give them nothing in return. Less PLEs would benefit everyone. Number 9, have fun. Very simple. Have fun. Triple H is not having fun booking these shows. It's so obvious. Just watch a show and you'll see that he's not having fun. Watch a WWE show and tell me Triple H is having fun. He goes into the writer's room with his shitty little writing team, books the easiest thing he can possibly get, and then just gets out of there. It genuinely feels like they're going to the writer's room and just get it done as quick as possible so they can move on to the next thing, whatever they've got to do that day. They don't care. They're not having fun. They're not sitting there thinking of all these storylines and fun moments they can have and fun little turns that they can add to a storyline. Imagine, Triple H does not realise how privileged he is to be in that position. It's every wrestling fan's dream to book shows, to be in Triple H's position right now. You get to book shows for WWE. That's millions of people's dreams. And you're just doing the most half-stoked, generic, boring, easiest thing possible. Because you can't be bothered to put effort in. Imagine all of us would put more effort into these shows than Triple H could ever dream of. Have fun. Sit there, get some beers in or whatever, get a KFC and get some pizzas in and just talk for hours. A lot of it will be bad ideas, but then you narrow it down and you bounce off with each other and you come up with these good ideas. And then eventually you have a fun PLE. You have a fun storyline. You have a fun show to watch for the fans. If Triple H is not going to have fun booking these shows, we're not going to have fun watching it. Simple as that. And he's definitely not having fun booking these shows. Definitely not. Have fun with it. Get creative. You're in a very privileged position right now where you get to book shows for WWE. Have fun with it. Number 10. Number 10. Now, this could be anything. There's genuinely so many things you could do. But I've gone with make every show feel different. Every show right now is so predictable. People walking into the arena, go to a promo, go to a match, go to a qualifying match, go to a promo, go to a backstage segment, go to a match, go to a promo, go to 2 matches, go to a promo, go to the main event. You know exactly what you're going to get on a Raw and SmackDown. It's so predictable. The whole entire layout is predictable. Back to the stages, they're always the same. Make Raw, whether you want to do a proper brand split like they did before. Proper brand split. So that even 2017 or 2016 when they did that brand split, SmackDown Live, for a period of time, that was some of the best WWE we've seen in years. SmackDown Live when that first happened, because both shows felt different. So remember Randy Orton showed up on Raw, and it felt like a huge moment. What the fuck? What's Randy Orton doing on Raw? He's not supposed to be here. It felt like a big moment. Now, you don't even know what roster people are on. I don't know what roster people are on. Maybe a few of them. But if they showed up on the other brand, I wouldn't bat an eyelid. I wouldn't think anything of it. Split the brands in half so that it feels like a brand split, so that you can... There's so many benefits of having a proper brand split. You can book each show to feel different, a different stage, a different feel, different rosters, different storylines. Then you have your draft, and then you could swap people over and then have whole new fresh storylines. Every show is the same. It's boring. The layout is the same. From top to bottom, starts with people walking into the arena, from the all the way to the end, the main event. Same every week. Make every show feel different. You can have fun with it. It's not going to be the most generic shit possible every single week. Now, that is it. I could keep going. There's probably 1,026 ways to fix this company, and that's being generous. I'm just talking about the product, the business side of it, whatever. That's its whole other situation. But let me know what you would do. Other than what I've just said, what else would you do? What else would you... Simple fixes that they can realistically do. Let me know.